This is a special report from your hometown news leader, WDBJ 7.
Right now, we are following breaking news in Salem. Rescue teams are at a business there, Salem Frame, on Salem Industrial Drive, after a storm ripped through that area. The Salem City spokesperson told me on the phone just a few moments ago that a roof has been compromised at that business, Salem Frame. He did not know whether the roof collapsed or whether it blew off the building. He did say it appears that no one was hurt. We've also had reports of trees down and power lines down in the Riverside Drive area of Salem after this strong storm moved through about a half an hour ago, maybe not even that long ago. Let's head over to meteorologist Brent Watts and see what is going on there, Brent.
Hi, Jean. This storm was severe thunderstorm warned, and they came out about 2:12 this afternoon. It was a warning for Salem, for the Roanoke Valley, did include Vinton, so all the areas that are impacted by what appears to be some damage there in the Salem area. So that went out to your phones with plenty of time. Now, sometimes with these storms, they can produce some damage. Doesn't always mean it's a tornado with this. Could be straight line wind damage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the radar right now. I don't know if we could take this full sky one and show you this is the storm that moved through Salem and the Roanoke Valley. Extremely heavy rain with this, a lot of lightning too. That's what most areas saw with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the top side view of this and a kind of a 3D view. And one of the things that we were noticing with this is the amount of moisture and also some hail inside of this storm. So this is looking at a 3D view of the storm between say 20 to 30,000 feet up. It was a very high density or a lot going on up inside of that storm. Now what happened with this through time, notice over the past hour how that density is really reduced. It's got to go somewhere, and what happens is as that storm collapses, all of that air, wind comes down, and sometimes you can get some straight line wind damage. Now this happens a lot with these storms this time of year. It just doesn't always happen over really popular areas of high density, if you will, such as Salem and the Roanoke Valley. So when it happens over a populous area, you do get reports of this. So it may not have been a tornado, but certainly some wind damage out of this storm. Now let me show you where the storm is right now. It's over the Roanoke Valley, still producing some very heavy rain. Would not be surprised to get some damaging wind gusts out of this. The warning does last until 3 p.m. for Vinton, also headed over towards the Hardy area. It's just past Cave Spring now, so that's going to be moving along 116. There have been some other storms over towards Smith Mountain Lake, so we've been monitoring those as well. So this is one of these days where we're going to have these storms that will continue to pop up, and they do have a lot of moisture with them. So when it happens, we could get some damaging wind gusts with these storms. Some more storms moving through the New River Valley, also out towards the Interstate 77 corridor. So those are continuing to unfold there. So we're going to continue to watch these reports that come in. So far, no other reports from the Roanoke Valley of any wind damage, but we'll monitor that. Gina, I know we're trying to get a live shot. We've got some reporters that are out at the scene. They're trying to gather some information, and they're going to get their streaming cameras up shortly. Do you have any more information from your end?
Well, Salem Frame is a furniture frames manufacturer. More than 100 people work there. We are told that it does not appear anyone was injured, which is good news. We hope to get that confirmed through Salem City. The city spokesperson, Mike Stevens, told me on the phone a few moments ago that a roof was definitely compromised there, and emergency crews are just now arriving. So they are finding out the information at about the same time we are. As soon as we find out more, we'll pass that along to you. We do have reports of trees down along Riverside Drive. This is in the West Salem area that we are talking about. There was also a report of possibly a microburst. One person said they thought they saw a tornado near the Walmart in Salem. Of course, many times a microburst can appear to look like a tornado. That's one thing that meteorologist Brent Watts and Robin Reed have informed me and educated me about in the past days and months. But we are waiting for pictures from the scene. We do have a crew there, Brent. Right now, though, it doesn't appear anyone was injured. Oh, I'm told we do have that picture now. Let's see if we can take a look and see what we're seeing. This is the scene at Salem Frame, which is quite a large company. They make furniture frames, a manufacturing company on Salem Industrial Drive at 1972 Salem Industrial Drive. to be specific. You can see emergency vehicles are on scene. I'm trying to see if we can see that roof that may have collapsed. It's a kind of a large area, Brent, with silos and different outbuildings and buildings where all this lumber is kept. What were you going to say, Brent? Chime in.
I was going to see if they could, I don't know if they could hear us, if they could zoom in a little bit more on the side of that building. I can't tell whether there is the side that's off of the building or the actual roof itself. And, you know, with these straight line wind events, it's basically just think of pouring water into a cup. I mean, it just pours into there and all that rain comes down, the wind comes out as well. So let's see if they're zooming in a little bit more. I mean, it's a large framed building, an industrial building, a lot of metal on there, and of course these things can get beat up pretty hard with these high wind events. So it's tough to tell. We'll hear from a reporter hopefully soon about what they're seeing with that. I can't tell a whole lot. I'm not 100% familiar with that structure itself. So hopefully they can give us some insight on what we would be seeing.
And one of the things there is it may not be that building that we're seeing, but it almost looks as though the emergency crews are back a little bit farther, and it looks like there are several buildings. That's quite a complex of structures at Salem Frame. Again, they make furniture frames. It's a manufacturing facility. There are several buildings. WDBJ7's Christian Heilman is on the scene. Christian, what are you seeing? Are you right there at Salem Frame? Yes, you are. I see you are right out front. What do you know?
Yeah, good afternoon, Gene. We just got here just a few moments ago. As we were coming here, there was still rain. We actually followed Roanoke County Ambulance on there. Again, this is a very developing scene. We're not exactly sure what's going on. If there's, you can see there's an emergency vehicle coming by us right now. Where they're all centered, it appears, is about 150 yards down. It's difficult to get a sight, but we do know that there are still emergency crews on the scene right now. Again, we are here at Salem Frame. Little information, but we do know that there was a really strong storm that's come through here. It looks like there might be a little bit more on the horizon behind us right now, and we are working to get more information. And when we do, Gene, we will absolutely give you the latest.
All right, Christian, we will let you go and round up what you can there. The Roanoke or the Salem City spokesperson did tell me that it does not appear that anyone was injured there. Everyone is accounted for. So if you have family who work there, more than 100 people employed there, we are told it appears everyone is okay. We will be back with the latest on this storm. Keep it here to WDBJ7 and, of course, as always, WDBJ7.com and your mobile app.
This has been a special report from WDBJ7. We now resume regular programming.